Hey, Charlie. We need to talk. Do you still live with mom and dad?
Oh, Put. Why are you asking me that? Yeah, I do still live with them.
What? You really do still live with them? Unbelievable. How much longer are you planning to live there? You're pretty much 30 years old already. We're not children anymore. I can't believe you're still so dependent on mom and dad. Are you not embarrassed at all?
Dependent on mom and dad? I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about. What makes you think that? I think I am very independent already.
Why don't you understand what I'm telling you? I also want you to answer my question. I'm asking you how much longer you're planning on living with our parents. You really need to move out and stop causing them trouble. You're unemployed and you barely even leave the house you grow up.
Wait, Put. I think that there have been lots of misunderstandings. I'm not unemployed at all. I work remotely from home. I don't leave the house that often, but that's because I'm working most of the time.
What do you think you're saying? I know that's a lie for sure. I'm not going to believe you. You're not the kind of person that's able to work from home.
What does that even mean? I really don't understand why you're even texting me right now. Hurry up and just get to the point. Why are you even complaining about me still living with mom and dad? I thought that you were planning to move back in with us.
Yeah. I'm going to be moving back in from next month. I really don't like the fact that I've got to start living with you again.
Then you're going to be in the same situation as me. I don't get why you're mocking me for living with mom and dad. There's also a good reason why I'm still here.
Stop putting me in the same category as you. Our situations are completely different. My new workplace is kind of close to our parents' house. And that's why I'm planning to move in temporarily. I don't plan on living there forever like you. Can't believe that I'm going to have to live with an old man like you.
You're calling me an old man? We're only 2 years apart.
That doesn't really matter right now. I just don't like the fact that you're 30 years old and still unemployed. Are you not embarrassed that you're still so dependent on mom and dad?
I don't know why you think I'm unemployed. I work a full-time job and earn a decent salary. Why can't you just accept the fact that I work remotely from home? It's a normal thing to do these days. I am not dependent on our parents at all. I hope that you can be more understanding of my situation. We're going to be living together again after all. I was hoping that we could get along.
Why should I try to get along with you? You're pretty much a parasite to this family. All you are is a nuisance. There's literally no reason for me to get along with you.
You don't need to worry about any of that. I am not a nuisance at all. If you have no intention of getting along with me, then please just leave me alone. At least we have our own rooms. We can mind our own business.
Actually, you're a nuisance just by living in the same house. Your being in the house has a negative effect on everyone else. I'm going to be going out the house every day to work while you're being lazy at home. That's not fair at all.
I'm sorry, but I'm starting to lose my patience now. I told you that I'm working from home. I am not being lazy at all. You really should stop caring so much about what I do. Just focus on your own life and career.
Oh, Charlie. I don't need someone like you to be giving me advice. Charlie. Are you at home right now?
Yeah, I'm. What's wrong? Do you need me for something?
You want to go on a road trip today?
What's the matter with you all of a sudden? I thought you hated me. You kept on ignoring all my messages till today.
There's no reason really. I just felt like asking you. We're siblings after all. I thought that we should spend some time together once in a while.
I'm really surprised to be receiving a message like this from you. It's really rare for you to ask me to come out with you.
So let's go on a short road trip.
Yeah, that sounds nice. I kind of felt like driving actually. I'll be done with working around an hour. I'll be free after that.
Did you really just say work? There's no need for you to pretend like that. I know that you're still unemployed.
So you still think that? I'm really not the pathetic kind of person that you think. I land a job with decent salary. I'm also financially supporting our parents now. I think they're very happy that I still live with them.
What are you talking about? That's all lies. If you were really working a decent job, you wouldn't still be living with. You don't even leave the house at all.
There's actually a reason why I'm living like how I am. I can't really tell you the reason, but I hope that you can understand and respect my situation.
Whatever, Charlie. Stop with the fake stories now. I'll come and pick you up in an hour. Make sure that you're ready by that time.
Fine, I guess I'll start getting ready. Where are you even planning on going?
Do you remember that mountain we used to go hiking?
Of course, how can I forget? I thought that mountain trail got closed off though.
But there are some other trails that we can go to. I heard it's a little dangerous, but I think we should give it a go.
Isn't that place a little far away though? It's near where we used to live when we were back in high school.
Don't worry. It's not that far away. I don't think it's going to take 2 hours to drive there.
Why do you even want to go hiking there all of a sudden? Did you suddenly want to feel like a child again or something?
Yeah, I wanted to go somewhere nostalgic. It might be a little cold, so make sure that you bring a coat.
Are we planning to be walking around for a while? This really is so sudden. I'm still kind of surprised.
I just thought it would be nice to have some time to ourselves. It's going to be a nice opportunity for us to start getting along well again.
I'm still a little confused, but it's starting to seem kind of fun. I sort of wanted some time to be able to talk to you after all. This is going to be a good opportunity for that. I'll be waiting for you to arrive.
Okay.
Answer my call now, Putt. Are you insane?
What? Why are you able to call me? I have your phone. There's no way you should be able to do this.
I have a second phone that I carry around with me.
Anyway, there's no point in you calling me. I don't have any intention of picking up.
Are you serious? Is this a prank or something?
I can't believe that you have a second phone. Well, I can't text you anymore. I'm driving right now.
What? You piece of trash. Where the heck are you? I can't believe that you ditched me in the middle of this mountain.
Yeah, I just got to the bottom of the mountain with my car. And I'm just about to get back onto the main road now.
What? Why you did that to me? This place is kind of scary. Are you out of your mind?
Well, I have to do that to kick you out of the house. I'm sorry, but I have no choice. You have no place in this house anymore now. Go and find a job and place to live by yourself. You really needs to start being more independent.
I can't believe you're doing this to me. What is wrong with you, Putt? I guess this was your intention in the first place. I should have known your plan was to abandon me. You're such a psycho.
Yeah, that was my plan from the very start.
It was stupid of me to trust you in the first place. I should have known that something was wrong.
It's too late to realize now, Charlie. There's no need for you to come back home anymore. You understand how I feel about you now, right? Don't ever show your face in front of me again. You're a huge nuisance to our entire family.
I totally understand how you feel about me now. I'm going to come home to collect my belongings then. Don't bother going into my room, by the way. I'll move out as soon as I collect everything.
Actually, I'll dispose of all your belongings for you.
There's no need to do that. One of my friends is heading over to collect all of my belongings for me. There are some important documents that I need for work in my room. I can't have you disposing of important documents.
I can't believe you're still pretending that you have a job. How much longer are you planning to use that lie? I guess I don't really care either way as long as you move out. Just make sure that you never come back home. You need to realize that you're a nuisance to me and our parents. You're such a useless piece of trash.
You don't need to worry about me at all. I'm pretty sure that I'm never going to be seeing you ever again. I actually cared for you because you're my little brother. None of that matters anymore.
Charlie. Charlie.
I'm sorry, but who's that?
Stop messing around. It's kind of an emergency. There's no way you've forgotten who I am. Your brother. Put.
What do you want from me? I thought that we weren't going to see or talk to each other ever again.
That doesn't matter anymore. I wasn't serious about that at all. I'm in some serious trouble right now. I need your help.
So you're asking for help after you abandoned me in the middle of a mountain? What do you want from me?
Who cares about that? You were fine, right? You managed to get out of the mountain alive.
That doesn't make it fine at all. It was dark and I had no signal on my phone. It could have ended really badly.
So what? Do you want me to apologize or something? I'm sorry for what I did to you.
I don't need your apology.
Well, okay. I don't have all day, you know. I'm in a lot of trouble thanks to you. It's your fault and you need to take responsibility.
What are you talking about? I never did anything to get you into trouble.
Is it really true that you were the one making the loan payments for this house?
You're asking me that now?
I had no idea about it. I thought that you were unemployed all this time. How did you earn the money to pay the loan for the bank? It's not cheap at all.
You're asking me that now? Don't you have any memory? You really need to start listening a little more.
How dare you say that to me? I'm much smarter than you. None of that matters right now. Mom and Dad are telling me to pay the loan fees and the utility bills for the house. They're saying that I am responsible because I was the one that kicked you out. It doesn't make any sense.
Put, it makes total sense. I was paying for everything related to that house right up until you kicked me out. Did you not hear that I had started up my own company?
What? You have your own company?
Yeah, I'm the CEO of company in the town. I've always told you that I work remotely from home. It's been several years since I started up my company and it's been really successful so far. I probably earn around 10 times more than what an average person earns.
What? Are you being serious? But if you have that much money, why don't you pay off the loan for the house?
Well, I can pay off that loan anytime I want. But I prefer to invest my money to the company. Then I can gain the profit from my business. And of course, the profit I get is much more than the monthly loan. I'm serious. There's no point in me lying about something like this.
I can't believe that you're a CEO of a company. Why didn't you tell me about this up till now? I also don't understand why you're still living with our parents. It doesn't make any sense. Surely. You can live wherever you want then if you earn that much money. You should be living in your own house already.
I had no other choice because Mom and Dad are on a huge amount of debt.
What? What did you just say?
I'm only living with them so that I can help them pay back all the money that they owe. I've been paying for all their living expenses as well. Dad is currently using his entire salary to pay off the debt. That's the reason I was living with them up until recently.
What? I thought that Dad had a pretty good salary. There's just no way they could be in debt.
You really do live in your own world, Put. You don't know anything our parents. Parents made a pretty big mistake, their business. And that's why they're in debt right now. There's a pretty big difference in the amount of money that me and you earn. I think that it's going to be financially difficult for you to live in that house right now.
I didn't know anything about this at all. It's not fair. Why didn't you warn me about this before I decide to move in?
I was waiting for an opportunity to talk to you about it. But you never seemed to answer any of my text messages. I thought I could talk to you about it when you asked me to go on that short road trip. I did not expect to get abandoned like that at all.
I'm sorry, Charlie. I actually had no bad intentions at all. It was all just a misunderstanding.
You stole my phone and left me alone in the mountain. I'm pretty sure that's got to be a crime. What do you think would have happened if I didn't have my second phone with me? I don't really see you as my brother anymore. You're a complete stranger to me.
Don't be like that. We're siblings. I also have no idea how I'm going to pay for any of this. I thought that I wouldn't have to pay for any of my living expenses if I lived with Mom and Dad.
You need to solve this problem by yourself. I'm done with you. After that, Put had to pay all the living expenses and loans for parents. He also begged me to move back in with them, however I had already blocked his number. Then, Put ended up having to borrow a large amount of money. He really should have thought about it more carefully before kicking me out of the house. I have nothing to do with him anymore. He needs to learn a lesson of respect.
I was in a supermarket managing my own business when a hooded man jumped at the cashier and pulled out a gun, taking all of the money. Everyone became anxious, but not me. Actually, I had been waiting for this to happen. Hey, idiot! Stop doing that action if you don't want to meet your incentives. Everyone cried out as the robber turned to face me. I then walked up to him while slowly removing my jacket. You made me lose my temper, baby.
Back off if you still care about your life. I have a gun.
Not anymore. He tried to attach me, but I immediately gave him a tight grip and pinned him to the ground. It's jail time, baby. That's how I catch a criminal. My name is Kat, and I always wanted to become a detective just like my dad. The process I catch the robber has been seen by a mysterious person, and then that person contacts me.
Hi. Can we have a talk?
Who are you?
Maybe you don't know me, but I know you clearly.
What?
Don't be surprised. According to the investment, I knew you're a detective. I want to hire you.
Go to the point, please.
I have a son and his name is Bob. He's a high school student. Reckless, clumsy, and spoiled. I want him to take over my business, but he seems to decline it. I can't understand what he desires. He's looking for a female bodyguard, and I choose you.
So you want me to pose as his bodyguard?
Yes, I will pay you a high salary.
Haha, that was the space of time I waiting for the most of my life. I can continue my dad's work that he couldn't complete while spying Emily's famils. How many can you pay me?
$1 million.
Mission accepted, officer. I was so excited about this mission, but little did I know that I was about to get involved in the biggest mess ever.
I love my son more than anything, so do your best to protect him.
I'll make sure you won't regret hiring me, sir.
I will give you a very thick portfolio of Chase.
The first thing I was noticed was his attractive and handsome face. Tomorrow I will start my work.
I hope you can do a good job.
The next day I came to his house, and this is the first time I met him. I came to his room and opened the door while he was sleeping. He lied in his bed, finally he opened his eyes, and I almost dropped my jaw when we both stared at each other. I realized that he was the most handsome man that I had ever seen. And I was exaggerating.
So you must be my bodyguard? Why you came to my room without knocking the door?
Sorry, I think that you have waken up.
Wow, my mom definitely know my type. You are so beautiful. Do you want to become my girlfriend?
What? Do you want to die?
Oh my god, I like that kind of angry women.
I was hired to protect you, not become your girlfriend. Please keep the distance between us. Bob was about to touch me, but I gave him a powerful hit and then he flipped on the floor.
You have to protect me, not kill me.
Of course, but the condition is you keep the distance between us. I just come to introduce myself. Do have a good night, sir. After everyone became asleep, I tiptoed around the mansion and installed some spy cameras to watch. I sent the ID of the camera to Pebble in my company for hacking it to watch every moves of Emily. I had to catch her soon to complete my dad's mission and get this nonsense job over and done with. The next day, together with Bob, I came to his school. Some of his friends immediately flocked around me like I was a celebrity.
That's my person. Get away from her if you want to continue learning in this school. I will give you money. Please get away from my eyesight. A $1,000 for each of you to back off and stop looking at my bodyguard, loser.
Excuse me, sir, but I am not your person. Please don't call me that.
Those losers just distract you. Please focus on me.
I'm not usually distracted by stupid things. Suddenly, he slipped on a piece of rubbish, and before he could hit his head on the floor, I caught him in my arms. That moment was very romantic. Our faces were so close, I was dive into his blue eyes for a few seconds. Just then, a pretty girl came running and screaming.
Teddy bear, what is the meaning of this? Are you cheating on me?
This girl is my bodyguard. She was just protect me.
What a relief! Teddy bear, I want to come to dinner tonight with you. I'm your one and only forever, right, Teddy bear?
Moa! She jumped into him and kissing him like a vacuum cleaner and then climbing on him all day. When we came home, Bob dragged me into his room.
Honestly, I don't like Lily. We just dated because our father have a contract in business and I can't destroy it.
Why have you told that with me?
I just want to be honest with you. I don't want you thinking of me as a bad man. Don't be jealous, Kat. I already broke up with her many times, but my dad didn't permit me to do anything he don't want. What a pity! From the day I was born until now, I have never lived for my desires. My parents arranged all my life. If you can, I want you to keep her away from me. Do anything that you can. I will pay more for you.
A week later.
What do you do to get Lily avoiding me like that?
Haha, just a little trick I used.
Wow, can you tell me?
But I won't permit you to smile.
Okay, I promise.
I told her that I'm lesbian, and when she come to you, I pouted my lips for a kiss, so she ran away.
Can you do that for me?
What? I know what you're thinking.
Today I want to have a day off and go shopping. Do you want to come with me?
Don't request for that, it's my duty.
I just want to consider you as a real friend, not for paying, and I have the right to force you to do anything for me. If you don't like anything, just talk to me. I won't do that.
Yes, thank you. When I and Bob walk in the street, we met some gangers. They seemed to know Bob.
Look at you, Bob. You have a new girlfriend? How bad are you? Changing girlfriend each week. Who can do that like our boy? It's a beautiful day and a great occasion to break someone's skulls. Do you think that, Bob?
What do you want?
Your girl, she's the most beautiful woman that I have ever seen. She can become my next friends. Or my next mistake, haha.
Stop talking nonsense, Rub.
He was about to touch me, but Bob jumped in and shoved him to the ground.
You were too dirty to touch her, Rub.
You stupid dirty bag, Bob.
How dare you?
Next, he was about to punch Bob, but it's my turn to protect him. I'll run home with my mom if I was you. Or not, you will came to see the Grim Reaper. I twisted his arm and he went screaming in pain.
Catch her, my brother!
Then a lot of boys who come with Rub ran to my side, and I don't mind to use my karate skills and knock down all of them. Then we get in the car.
Kat, you are the prettiest and coolest girl that I've ever met.
Do you know that?
Please don't do dangerous action to protect me. I'll protect you from now on.
Then he tend to hug me. You know what will happen when you touch me, Bob. Get your arm out of my face before it's too late. Suddenly, his face turned sad and he pulled away from me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think we get closer. I won't bother you anymore.
Okay, it's good. We're no more than an owner and a safeguard. I can forget about my mission and be distracted by anything else.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, good night. Then I go to the bathroom and watch the move of Mrs. Emily. It's more than a week, but I can't find anything unnormal. Maybe I'm too dive into Bob and forget about my mission. I need to find that secret room with the gold bars as soon as possible before everything get weirder. But when I have a chance, I looked all around the mansion and found nothing. A week later, Mrs. Emily has a business trip. It's my time to work on her room. After making sure everyone was asleep, I went to her room and I was checking her drawers. I felt someone watching me from the door. Bob,
What are you doing here?
I was looking for you.
You find me in a drawers? I don't think I could fit in there.
I can be catch red-handed. What should I do? Then, an unthinkable idea came to my mind. I walked up to him, grabbed his face, and kissed him on the lips. Surprisingly, I enjoyed it.
What's that about?
I have been kissing you.
I know it. No one can resist me, not even you.
I guess you're right.
How could I when you have just kissed me?
I tried to getting rid of his face, but he was following me like a leech. Then he forced me to watch the film with him. If not, he may tell his mother. And then I have watched his favorite him for 2 hours. When he finally asleep, I just found myself staring at his face. He actually so handsome. The next day at school, Bob has did something that when I came to school, everyone stared at me. It's a shock of my life that he told everyone that we are in relationship. And Lily was driving crazy.
This girl was lesbian and she just reached you because she's jealous that I'm the one that she actually likes.
Bob ignored her and to come to my side, he got on his knees instead. He started typing my shoelaces. I was very surprised.
Sweetie, I will get on my nerves if you flip of the floor just because of these shoelaces.
Then I pulled him to the side and start to confronting him. Hey, stop doing anything that influence me. Who are in relationship with you? You announced it with everyone without my permit? If your mom hear that news, what will she do? Why you never think deeply and become mature, Bob? That's why your mom force you to work under her control.
I like you and neither do you. So, we are in relationship, right? It's simple. And my mom is too busy to care about who I'm dated.
Are you crazy?
No, from now on, I decide to protect what I love and follow my dream. I was dreaming to become a chef, then I will open my own restaurant. But my parents always want me to take over their company. I hate that, so I acted like a kid and then they won't give me the company. Then I can do what I enjoy.
Bob, it's good to follow your dream, and nothing better than you can live with purpose. But you need to take a little time care about your parents. They sacrifice all their life to bring you to this world, raising you just to see you happy. Taking over your parents' company can help you have money to open your own restaurant. Do you think it a good chance?
Okay, I will think about it.
The only place that I didn't check was Mrs. Emily's bathroom. And I have to do that first thing in the morning. When wandering around, I find a button behind the bath. I put it, then a room behind the mirror appears. I found some important document which proof his dad was criminal. I feel so bad. Actually, I have a special care to Bob. I can deny that I want to be with him. When I come into the room, I was very surprised cause the room is full of gold bars. I used my camera and then took a lot of photos. I tried to find the document about this assets and someone behind has taken the camera from my hand. It was Bob's dad. He was raging mad. Just in time, my team come with some police and finally arrest Bob's parents. I stood on the path, smiled, and a colleague came to hug me. But Bob saw everything.
So, it was all about this? You're the spy and you want to ruin my family?
My smile disappeared right after I saw Bob. The sadness in his eyes broke my heart. That feeling is hard to describe. Bob, let me explain.
No, don't tell me anything. It's over. Congratulations on your successful mission, Mrs. Spy.
I saw him go away with the tears on my eyes. I want to run to his side and hug him, but I think this was for the best. 1 month later. I didn't see him and he never contacted me. It was bothering me a lot. I think I should pass everything and follow my dream, continue my dad's dream. Time flies. I finally studying criminology at university. One day, I decide to have lunch at a new restaurant and I was shocked to see Bob there. Bob, why do you do here?
I do what you inspired me and this is the results. This is my restaurant. Good to see you, Kat. You look more pretty.
Thank you. Then, he walk away. I feel sad but I can't come and hug him. I stand up and come to home. Then I see a shadow behind me. It's Bob.
I have waited for you for a long time and dream about the day we meet again, and this time I won't lose you.
He hugged me and then I can wait to kiss him.
Do you want to be my girlfriend?
Yes, I do.
Where are you? I just realized I didn't see your mother either.
I'm out to see the ballet with Mom today. We'll have dinner after and then go home. There's a popular French restaurant nearby that I wanted to visit.
What? Just the two of you?
Yup. You don't have time to go see the ballet. Because you're the one that has to take care of that old man.
But you could have at least said something.
What are you going to do even if I tell you? You're staying home with the old man anyway.
Please don't call your father old man. I feel sorry for him.
The name old man is enough for that guy.
Why are you and your mother so cold to him?
He's always been a timid, unreliable man. It's just so pathetic to watch. And on top of that, he's now disabled and needs nursing care. I'm just hoping he'll be gone soon.
It wasn't his fault that he became disabled. Don't blame your father, he's just ill.
You're always defending that old man, aren't you? Do you feel a bond with other useless people? Pathetic.
Useless people?
He's just baggage, and you're sterile. You can't even get pregnant. Give me back my hopes and dreams.
I'm sorry.
I must have married the wrong person because we've been married for 5 years and we can't have kids. The only thing a useless wife like you can do is take care of the old man.
I have never disliked being his caretaker. Your father was always kind to me.
The only reason the old man is nice to you is that he wants your company. There was no one in this house on his side. He probably feels a connection with you, another useless human.
I'm pity your father.
Huh?
You and your mother go see the ballet. The money you spend on eating out is your father's money, right?
The only thing he is going for him is money. Well, he's not the only one who earned the fortune of this house.
Stop saying that.
That old man, even that one, was born into a rich family. He's got nothing but money. The old man can't even shop for himself anyway. We're just making the most of it. It's our right as family.
Your father may be physically handicapped, but is clear in the head. I'm sure he's very sad that you and your mother are treating him so coldly.
I don't care. I just wish that baggage would be gone soon. I forgot to mention. I'll be traveling abroad from tomorrow.
What? Overseas? That's so sudden.
I've been planning this for a while. I just didn't tell you. We're traveling on a luxury cruise.
Oh, yeah. But what about your father?
He has you. It's just me and my mom going.
What about me? You guys are leaving me and your father behind?
Of course. How can we take someone like him on a trip? He's going to need someone to take care of him.
You're leaving me behind.
We can't just leave the old man alone. If something goes wrong, it'll be on us. Besides, I'd rather travel alone with my mom. It's no fun when you're in the way.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about you and the old man.
It's just the two of you again, in the lack of luxury. And how much does a luxury cruise cost?
I haven't been abroad for a while, so I wanted to go. I wanted to show my mom the beautiful scenery of Europe. The cost was a bit out there, but I can afford it.
You paid for it with your father's money.
The old man's fortune will be ours in the near future anyway. What we do with it is our business. I'll buy you a souvenir if I feel like it.
Even though your father hasn't been feeling well lately. How can you travel by yourselves?
It's probably just a cold or something. Besides, it's none of my business what happens to the old man.
You and your mother are too cold. And selfish.
Huh? Do you have a problem with me?
I have nothing but complaints. What does your father and I ever do to you? How can you guys be so selfish?
You're so cocky, aren't you? You're just a housewife. I could kick you out of my house if I wanted to. But if that happens, you'll be left pennilessing on the street.
If he heard about this, I'm sure your father would get angry.
I don't care. You can't do anything with that body even if he gets angry. If that old man ever messes with me or Mom, I'm gonna get even with him. I'm gonna beat him well.
You really are a terrible person.
Hey, you home? I'm coming home now, so get the food ready. I miss American food. European food was great, but it's just not the same.
Welcome back. You've finally returned.
Oh! I forgot to get you guys a souvenir. Well, that's okay, right?
Where are you now?
I just took a cab from the nearest station. I'll be home soon. Hurry up and cook. I'm so hungry.
Again, you contact me out of the blue like that.
I want tomato soup and baked potatoes for dinner. And maybe some grilled steak. I want to eat freshly cooked bread, too.
Months away from home. Don't you care how we're doing? Your father's condition and stuff. Don't you have something to say before requesting a whole dinner menu?
I don't care about his condition. I'm tired. Get ready and cook. Quick!
I'm gonna be home before you can stop blabbing.
You're still a hopeless case, aren't you? No wonder your father abandoned you.
You better watch your mouth. You think you're the master of the house now because we've been gone for 2 months?
Whatever.
I was just stating a fact.
Hey! What happened to the house? Where are you and the old man? Why is the house gone? Why is the land being cleared?
You should have seen this coming. That's what happens when you take things too far.
What are you talking about? What happened?
I warned you, didn't I? I said, even if your father would be angry, didn't I?
So, explain to me what's going on. Mom is just sitting here in shock. Did the old man do this?
We tore down the house and sold the land.
Huh? Are you kidding?
It wasn't me, it was your father. Oh, and that's not all. He changed all of his assets into money, like cars, etc.
What on earth is that old man doing?
Shortly after you guys left, your father contacted his realtor, lawyer, and accountant. A week later, we moved all our stuff out of the house. The demolition happened so fast, I was surprised too.
Where are you now?
I'm staying at my parents' house for now. Your father paid for my flight and all the money to move out of the house.
How dare you do this? Who told you it was okay to do this?
I told you, your father made the decision. And we're getting a divorce too. I'm sorry you're tired from your trip, but I'm sure you'll be able to handle that too.
You don't get to decide on your own.
It's because you went on a trip without asking me. I'll make sure the process is handled through a divorce attorney. Your father paid for my legal fees, so that helped.
That feeble old man. He seriously did all this just to corner us? But still, I can't believe it demolished the house. He's nuts.
You guys really made your father angry. Also, he did this for me too. He said he would punish you for me.
And he paid your legal fees? He even paid for your move?
He said if I were getting a divorce, he would work with me to make it as favorable to me as possible. Like the property division and stuff. Also, your father is divorcing your mother. He said he had nothing to do with her anymore.
Think of how my mom would feel. What is she supposed to do if she gets divorced at her age?
You did the same thing to me.
That was just a threat. I was never gonna dump you.
This is all your own fault. No matter how coldly you treated him, your father never said a word. So you guys just went with it. You both took his kindness for granted.
You're kidding me. We let him live with us, and he should thank us for it. Even after the old man became disabled, we still let him live with us.
Why should he thank you guys for that? He was happier moving out of the house. If he stayed home, he would only be treated coldly by you and your mother.
Shut up. Old people, they're happiest at home.
You kept your father in the house because you were stingy with the money. It costs a lot to put him in a nursing home. But if you let me take care of him, there's no cost, and that's convenient.
You're good for nothing. I gave you a job. You're trash. You're a joke. Don't you guys think you can get away with this?
You still take such a high-handed attitude. I'm really stunned by you.
Whatever the old man does, I'm the heir to his fortune. Answer me. Where's the old man? I'm gonna take all his fortune away from him.
Your father is in a nursing home. And I think his fortune is pretty much gone. Your father paid in advance for his 5 years nursing home cost. The cost of a nursing home is so expensive. All the money and savings he made from selling things are almost gone.
Almost?
The fortune is your father's, so it's up to him how he wants to use it. There's nothing you can do about it now. Unfortunately. I doubt there's any money for you to inherit. Because there is nothing left.
Tell me where the old man is.
Are you going to hit him? Then I won't tell you. I've alerted the nursing home that his family may try to harm him. If you go visit, you'll probably be accompanied by security guard.
Stop mocking me.
You just did what we had to do to protect ourselves. How much longer are you going to keep up with that attitude? You should have a better understanding of the position you're in.
Good morning. I'm sorry about last night. I got mad and said a lot of terrible things to you. Again, I'd like to have a discussion with you.
I don't care. I'm used to getting this attitude from you. So is your father.
I treated my father terribly, too. My mom and I are both sorry for what we've done. I'm so sorry.
Oh. You've changed your attitude a lot. You seem to have finally figured it out. Our positions have been completely reversed.
I just realized we were a little too selfish.
Are you trying to win over me? You're worried about a property division, aren't you? If I take your property, you'll have nothing left.
My mom is broke now. I'll have to take care of her financially.
Yes, that's right. Your mother has never had a job, and I don't think she can even find a job.
So I'm trying to leave some savings on the table.
In other words?
I want a 50-50 split of the property. Please.
No. I don't want to.
Are you serious?
You have been so selfish all this time. That's enough. Why don't you try to live modestly and without luxuries from now on?
It's not like we're short on money. But I can't live like this.
But you still have a job. Your mother has her pension, too.
Still, it's a far cry from what he used to be. How could she suddenly reduce her quality of life after decades of living in luxury?
How naive are you at this point? You two have no choice but to reduce your quality of life. There's no other option. There's no way you can do what you've been doing, no matter how much your mother cries and screams.
That's not what I'm saying.
You can't afford to be extravagant anymore either. You should have had a better paying job. You didn't choose a job seriously, because you thought you were going to inherit all your father's fortune.
I didn't think you would make such a crazy move. I can't believe you demolished the house.
Your father didn't hesitate. He said he had nothing but bad memories of that house. He built that house for his family. I really felt sorry for him.
No matter how angry he was, he didn't have to go this far, did he?
Doesn't that mean his resentment was that deep? I only lived there for 5 years since I married you. But your father left with you guys for decades. Kind people are indeed scary when they get angry. I can't believe you were so easily abandoned. Guess we found out who was the baggage. My husband and I then proceeded with our divorce through the attorney. I was able to prove the emotional distress I was suffering from my husband. Most of the property became mine. As for the property division between my ex-husband's father and mother, his mother's share was none. And my ex-father-in-law and I each got divorced. My ex-husband and his mother lived together, but they couldn't suddenly drop their standard of living. Because his mother tried to live the same way she did when she was spoiled by my ex-father-in-law's money. My ex-husband had no choice but to go into debt, and that's why he and his mother's relationship crumbled. I reconnected with my childhood friend shortly after I moved back to my hometown and we started dating. And then we got married. I was so concerned about my ex-father-in-law that I went to see him once a year. He died exactly 5 years later. He got cancer in his later years. He lived until the last minute to ensure the cost he had already paid was not refunded to his son. I guess that's how much he resented him.
Hey, Melissa. How's everything going at Cali?
It's going pretty well, Dad. I just finished my first year.
That's great to hear. So, what's on your mind today?
Well, I wanted to talk to you about my bank account. I have a hometown credit union account that you're a cosigner on, but I've been thinking about switching to a more convenient bank.
Oh, really? What happened? Did something go wrong with your credit union account?
No, not at all. I actually got a part-time job WHI at school, and it made me realize that a different bank would be more convenient for me.
I see. Well, do you want me to co-sign on the new ACC as well?
Actually, I was thinking about handling the ACC on my way own. I would like more financial independence.
But Melissa, I'm your dad. I just want to help you out and make sure everything is taken care of.
I appreciate that, Dad. But I'm an adult now, and I think I can handle my finances on my own. Plus, I don't think the reasons you provided for co-signing are valid. I'm 18 now, legally an adult, and I want to have more financial independence. I don't think it's necessary for you to co-sign on my new account. I can handle my finances on my own.
I have a responsibility to ensure your financial well-being. It's not about control, it's about looking out for your best interests. Having a co-signer provides added security and accountability.
I get that, Dad, but I've been managing my finances responsibly. I even got a part-time job to support myself. I just want the convenience of a bank that's closer to me and easier to access. I don't think it's necessary for you to be involved in every financial decision I make.
Melissa, it's not about wanting to control your every move. It's about ensuring your financial stability and having a safety net. Life can be unpredictable, and having a co-signer can offer you protection and guidance when needed. Plus, if there are any emergencies or unexpected expenses, it's beneficial to have someone who can assist you.
Does Dad have anything to hide from you?
What are you saying?
I understand that emergencies can happen, Dad, but I want to learn to handle those situations on my own. I believe I'm capable of making responsible decisions and managing my own finances. Co-signing on a new account feels like a step backward in my journey towards independence.
I want what's best for you, and sometimes that means taking a cautious approach. I'm not trying to hinder your independence. I'm trying to be there for you when you need support. Let's find a middle ground where we can ensure your independence while still having some security measures in place.
Dad, I appreciate your concern, but I really want to explore the possibility of having my own account without a co-signer. I want to take responsibility for my own financial decisions and learn from any mistakes that may arise. Can we please try to understand each other's perspectives and find a solution that works for both of us?
Melissa, now that you've turned 18 and transitioned to an adult account at the credit union, I think it's important for me to co-sign on the account. I still help you with certain expenses like textbooks, and having my name on the account will make it easier for me to deposit money directly when needed.
I appreciate your willingness to help, but I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable with the idea of you co-signing on my credit union account. I understand your reasons, but I also want to take more responsibility for managing my own finances and becoming independent.
I understand your desire for independence, Melissa, but co-signing on your account is not about controlling your finances. It's about ensuring that I can provide financial support when necessary. I want to be able to help you quickly and efficiently, especially with expenses like textbooks, which can be quite costly.
I see where you're coming from, Dad, and I appreciate your intention to support me. However, I feel that having you co-sign on my account may give the impression that I'm not capable of managing my own finances. I've been learning and growing in this area, and I believe I can handle it independently.
It's not that I doubt your abilities, but I still want to play a role in assisting you financially. I know you're relatively new to managing your finances, and I want to be there for you as a safety net. Co-signing on the account doesn't mean I don't trust you, it's just an added layer of support. I've been thinking more about our conversation regarding co-signing on your credit union account. After doing some research, I realized that what I told you earlier about the need for co-signing and making deposits was not entirely accurate. Anyone can directly deposit money into your account, and there are other ways for me to provide financial support if necessary.
Thank you for acknowledging that, Dad. I also did some research and found that as a co-signer, you would have certain privileges such as the ability to withdraw money from my account and view my transaction history. However, I prefer to have full control over my own finances and not have anyone else involved in those aspects. Okay, but just so you know, I was a little uncomfortable with the idea of you co-signing on my account at first.
I understand that, but let me explain my reasoning. As you know, I've been helping you pay for things like textbooks and other expenses while you're in school. And since I'm depositing money into your account, I wanted to make sure that I could do it quickly and easily without any issues.
Yeah, I remember you deposited money into my account once last year.
I just want to make sure that you have everything you need to succeed in school and beyond. And having a solid financial foundation is a big part of that.
Oh, really? What do you mean?
It turns out that anyone can directly deposit money into your account, so there's no need for me to be a cosigner or make deposits on your behalf.
I see. So what does being a cosigner actually allow you to do?
As a cosigner, I would have access to view your transaction history and withdraw money from your account. Additionally, we would both share responsibility in case either of us is in a financial mess.
I believe that having an account solely under my name will allow me to take full responsibility for my financial actions and decisions. It will also give me the freedom to manage my finances in a way that aligns with my goals and preferences. Actually, Dad, I appreciate the offer, but I really don't want your name linked to me financially at all. I'm trying to establish my own financial independence.
What do you mean? I just want to help you out and make things easier for you.
I know, and I appreciate that. But I want to be able to handle my finances on my own. Plus, I'm worried about the potential backlash if I suggest that I'm not financially independent.
I understand where you're coming from, but I don't want you to struggle financially either. I used to make a lot more money than I do now, and your mom and I had to supplement our income by withdrawing from our retirement accounts. We're still doing okay, but it's tight.
I appreciate your concern, Dad, but I'm actually doing okay financially too. I'm living with you guys over winter and summer breaks, but during the school year I have a part-time job and I'm managing my expenses pretty well.
Listen, I wanted to talk to you about something important. We've been supporting you financially for a while now, but the truth is, we can't continue to do that indefinitely. At some point, the money will run out.
I understand. And I don't want to be a financial burden on you either.
That's good to hear. But there are also some privacy concerns that we need to address. As you know, your mother and I are strict and very religious. We homeschooled you for religious reasons and were accustomed to controlling almost every aspect of your life as a child and a teenager. But now that you're an adult, we need to respect your privacy and autonomy.
But I have to be honest with you. I don't feel comfortable living under your roof anymore. I need my own space and independence.
The joint account with the credit union on my Mint app, I can view every one of your transactions. I can observe your child's spending. Money is not easy to come by. And even if you already have your job. But if I watch you, you will learn how to use your money correctly.
Yeah, Dad, I've been using it and I can see all the transactions on my Mint app. But I don't want you snooping around unless you have a good reason to.
I just want to make sure everything is going well with your finances. I'm not looking to find fault with your purchases, but if I do see something that concerns me, we should talk about it.
I appreciate your concern, but I also value my privacy. I have things going on in my personal life that I need to keep private for my own safety right now, and having access to my financial information could jeopardize that safety.
I understand that privacy is important, and I'll respect that. However, I also want to make sure that we have open communication about anything that might affect our shared finances.
Of course, I want to be transparent about any financial matters that impact us both. But I also want to make sure that my personal privacy is respected.
Well, I was hoping we could co-sign on another bank account together. Your mother and I are going through some financial instability right now, and we could really use your help.
So this is what parents really mean when they want to share their children's accounts, right?
Are you an adult and need help with family matters?
I appreciate you coming to me for help, but I'm not sure if I'm comfortable co-signing on another account with you. Can you tell me more about why you need my help with this?
It's just that we're struggling to make ends meet right now, and we need some extra support. Plus, having a joint account would make it easier to manage our finances and keep track of everything.
I understand where you're coming from, but I've been thinking about my own financial situation lately, and I think it's time for me to start managing my own accounts separately from the family.
What do you mean by that? We've always managed our finances as a family.
I understand that, but I hope you can also understand where I'm coming from. Maybe we can work on finding a solution that works for both of us, like closing out the credit union account and setting up separate accounts for each of us.
Let's stop this here and not discuss this further. Parents will continue to monitor their children's spending on the current credit card they are using.
Dad! Dad, I just checked my account and found that all of my money is missing without any reason. And when I checked my debit card activity, I saw that you withdrew all the money without telling me. Why did you do that?
Oh, that's just a normal thing, dear. I need your contribution to support our family.
But why didn't you tell me before withdrawing the money? I feel very shocked not knowing why the money disappeared like that.
I'm sorry about that, dear. But now you understand, right?
We need to contribute money to support the family.
I understand that, but I still feel uncomfortable because I wasn't informed beforehand.
Of course, I'll try to inform you beforehand about the family's expenses. But currently, our family has plans to take out a loan to buy a house, and we need everyone in the family to contribute money.
Under my name?
That's correct, dear. We will borrow under your name for convenience in dealing with legal procedures. But of course, when we pay off the debt, I will return this amount to you.
I can't agree to this, Dad. This is beyond my ability. I can't keep listening to unreasonable demands from you. I'm an adult. Dad, that's your and Mom's home loan. I'm not responsible for your excessive spending.
But you have been provided with funds for education, and now you are not even willing to support the family in this loan. Don't you see how selfish you are? So what about my living expenses that you gave me? You shouldn't be so selfish.
I can send money to help pay off the debt, but I cannot have the loan under my name because it could affect my reputation in the future if I am unable to pay it back on time. It will be difficult for me to get a job with a loan under my name.
Melissa, you are betraying the family. The family needs your support and you are not agreeing.
I understand, but having the loan under my name is not the best solution. I will try to find another way to support the family.
I don't believe you. You still don't understand the importance of family, do you?
I understand the importance of family and will try to find a way to support them. But I cannot let it affect my reputation in the future.
Melissa, I want to ask you a question. Do you think your reputation comes solely from the struggles of your family?
I don't understand what you're trying to say.
I think you've forgotten the most important thing in life, which is family. How can you be so selfish and only think about yourself without helping your family when they're in need? Just standing as a guarantor for the debt doesn't mean you have to pay it back, but you refuse to help your family.
I'm not being selfish, but I don't want to affect my future career prospects. If I stand as a guarantor for the debt, it could cause negative consequences for my life and career in the future.
But don't you understand that family is also part of life and your success depends on their support? I hope you can rethink and consider supporting your family in all circumstances, not just when they need money, but also when they need emotional support and care from you.
Dad, why are you due to me? Do you want to interfere in my life again?
Really? I just want to give you some advice. You live in my house. You are responsible for this.
But you interfered with my religion, school choice, and financial decisions just to please Mom and you. And now I need money for tuition, but you haven't been supporting me, so I have to work to pay for it.
I understand how you feel, but you also need to understand that our family has spent a lot on your education. The money I took is just a small part that you must send back home.
But I'll try to manage everything. You shouldn't take all of that money without asking for my opinion.
Okay, I understand your opinion. I won't touch that money without asking for your opinion anymore. But I hope you understand that once you turn 18, it's time to give back to the family and pay off debts.
I will work hard to pay off the debt and not let you worry about my finances anymore.
You are a capable person in the family. We have invested you all the money, then you should help us with this. I took a loan of $25,000 and I invested it in a house recently. The plan was to sell it next year if the housing market stabilizes. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned, and the money is gone.
What? $25,000 is a significant amount. Dad, how could you take such a loan without discussing it with me? This goes beyond my financial capabilities, and I can't possibly help you repay such a large sum.
I apologize for not discussing it with you beforehand. I thought I was making a wise investment decision, but I underestimated the risks involved. I understand that it's a considerable burden for you, and I'm sorry for putting you in this situation.
I have my own expenses and goals, and this unexpected debt will significantly impact my future plans. Can we explore other options or seek professional advice to manage this situation? Dad, don't you think this number is completely unrealistic for a student like me? Dad, let's live in reality, don't invest and receive failures all day long.
Come on. I can help my parents with this, but just standing in my name will make it easier to breathe. This is the value you can contribute to this family. Don't scream like that all day.
You won't agree to this. Dad can't always go his own way without consulting. This is not fair. I will switch to another consumer card without your presence in this account. What Dad did makes me feel extremely disappointed in what he did.
Don't think that if you can do this, you can still use your guardian's rights to limit your finances.
Dad, let's stop the conversation here. You've let me down.
Melissa, why did you change to a different payment card without informing me? I can't believe you would take control of your own money like this.
Dad, I've had enough. I don't want to be controlled by anyone when it comes to my finances. I need financial independence.
I'm just trying to help you, and I request that you use the card I provided for you. It's part of how I support your expenses.
No, I don't want to listen to nonsense from you anymore. I refuse, Dad. I don't want to hear any more unreasonable requests from you. I am grown up now and capable of managing my own finances.
Don't speak like that, Melissa. This isn't nonsense. I'm your father, and I have a right to look after your finances. I always try to do what's best for the family and help you. I made investments to provide a better life for our family.
Dad, you always spend money in the house squandering it, and when you randomly invest, you never get a return on your investments. You always frivolously spend money and make reckless investments without any returns. I'm tired of these actions. I don't want to be controlled by unreliable decisions.
How dare you say that? I'm trying to make smart investments for our family's future. That's enough, Melissa. I will use my authority as your father to make you listen to me.
And I'm saying that I don't want to accept this anymore. You've already listened enough, and I won't let you control my money any longer. I refuse, Dad. I have listened enough, and I won't accept being controlled by you. I need freedom and the right to make my own financial decisions.
As your father, I have every right to make sure you're making wise financial decisions.
I have listened enough. I need freedom and independence in managing my finances. I won't accept this anymore. I understand that, but I'm an adult now, and I can make my own decisions. I appreciate your concern, but I need to do what's best for me.
Fine, if that's how you feel, then I'll have to use my fatherly authority to make you listen to me.
Dad, please don't do this. I love our family, but I need to be able to make my own choices.
How dare you betray your family and refuse to help it?
I won't refuse, but it won't be possible to put the loan in my name, and I won't let my dad manipulate my finances now and in the future.
I won't let you be at peace if you don't help the family.
Dad, I don't want to hear this anymore, and I hope it doesn't ruin my future.
You're being selfish, Melissa. We've done so much for you, and now it's your turn to contribute.
It's not about being selfish, Dad. I want to focus on my own goals and aspirations. I can't be responsible for fixing all the family's financial issues.
We sacrificed a lot for you, and we expect you to help us in return. It's your duty as a family member.
I understand that you've made sacrifices, but I also have my own dreams and responsibilities. I can't carry the weight of everyone's financial burdens on my shoulders.
Well, I won't stand for this, Melissa. You should prioritize the family's needs over your own desires.
Dad, I'm not neglecting the family's needs, but I also need to take care of myself and build a stable future. I hope you can understand that.
This is disappointing, Melissa. I thought I raised you to be more responsible and caring towards the family.
Dad, I don't want that at all. Dad, please answer me. Dad didn't respond to all my messages. A week later, I got a notification about the debt attached, but I refused and they yelled at me a lot. Then my parents cut off all my school fees. Although it was a bit difficult at first, thanks to my friends, I overcame it. But they blocked contact from me. Was this really right what I did?